Hi, my name is Maria Abanga, and I am uh, a woman, a mother, a lawyer, psychotherapist, an author, motivational speaker, so many things in one, right? And I am also a spiritual student and a spiritual teacher. So, yes, one of the beautiful things I do every now and then, as instructed by my spirit, is to go on a spiritual journey or retreat, do a spiritual exercise, and all of those kind of things. And yes, I have teachers, both known and unknown, and mentors like Bishop Beryl, Iyala Vazad, and a host of others, Caroline Miss. I just follow my spirit anyway. So I was on this journey for 21 days from the 1st of May to the 21st of May 2021, and I just realized those were very symbolic days and everything. I don't bargain with God. I wrote a book, No More Playing Russian Roulette with God. I think that was published last year. And so, yeah, one of the chapters is I don't bargain. And so whenever I have these instructions, whenever I have these awakenings, this everything, I just follow, I just go. So I want to share synopsis about this journey. This is how it's going to be this time. Sometimes I used to do books and publish the booklets, stuff like that, and do day by day sharing on social media. But this time around, the instructions were very different, and it might be weird, for someone to understand this, but that is what it is, and those who can understand will understand. And it is not for you, the student or the teacher, to make sure everyone understands or to try to explain and all of that. So let's get into this. The day I was about to start, 2 days before actually, I was talking to Bishop Beryl. I think she recognized herself, and I was saying that I'm just kind of tired of going on these journeys alone. It would be nice to have a partner, a fellow pilgrim. And she asked me if I had prayed about it, and I said yes. And she asked me what was the reply I got. I said the reply was, shut up, someone will contact you. And she said, okay, well, so you better just do like that. I said, yes, I don't have any choice. So later that day at about midday, someone contacted me, a Facebook friend, a sister, a big sister, if I can say that. And she said she was interested in joining, going with me on this journey. She left an audio, and I didn't listen to it immediately. Something told me this is not an audio to listen to on the road. When you get back home, you listen to it, and then you're going to respond the way you have to respond. So when I got back home, I listened to the audio, and I was like, okay, well, this is a person who had to contact me. Okay, so what do I say? Tell her so and so, and that this is how it's going to be, and that, well, she will have to talk to her husband about it and all of that. So that is exactly how I did. And a few days later, she said, I think the next day, or on the eve of it, she said she was okay, and her husband was supportive, and he was going to participate in his own way and everything. And I was like, yes, let's do this. So we started on this journey. It's a journey like every other journey. You pack up, and then while you discover things along the journey, and you do things, and you stop doing some things, because you have to focus on this journey. And I already knew some of the things I had to stop doing. I had to stop social media completely. The only one I had access to was YouTube and LinkedIn, thank God. But I wasn't to post. I was just to watch things that would help me grow, because the theme of the journey was for grace and growth. And I know that growing means that I would grow, and I would probably stop doing some things the way I used to do them, and start doing some things I did not used to do, and all of those things. So I was very open-minded, and I did talk about my preparation for this journey. So it's not like I wasn't ready. I was super ready with all of these things. Spiritual exercises, I'm always super ready, because I know it's not for joke, and that I'm going to get what I'm going in for if I do what I'm supposed to do. So it was actually 3 weeks, and I was leading for 2 weeks, and my fellow pilgrim sister was leading for the last week. And there were themes for each week. The first week was on expectations. The second week was on detachment, attachment, detachment. And the third week was on resilience. So, and then each day I had questions, or I had prompts. And it didn't have to be what both of us followed, but those were my own, and I had to follow them. I had to reflect on them. I had to answer those questions. I had to do a lot of introspection, retrospection, projections, all of those things. So that is why I had to really take myself out of kind of mainstream world. No social media at all. It's not like before. I used to go on Facebook at 6 p.m. just to check nothing. This time around for 21 days, I didn't even pass by there. I took out everything from my phone, all those apps, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm not even getting back on Twitter per se again. So was I really active? I don't know. So whatever, it's so beautiful. One of the things I learned on my journey was how to swim, because I got to a place and I had to cross a river, and well, I didn't know how to swim, and it was like, are you going to learn how to swim to cross this river or not? So I had to learn how to swim. So in 2 weeks I can at least cross the side. So I'm continuing. It's very beautiful. It's a whole spiritual exercise. It's a whole journey on its own. Resilience, focus, all of that is involved in swimming. And yeah, I'm 42 and I did that. I had planned to do it by the time I turned 50. Beautiful to get it done by 42, right? So I can go to the pool with my son. I actually went with my son on the first day, and I think you can see from the video he's going to which is going to scroll across while I'm talking how it went, and the baby steps and the days I did that and all of that. I learned some new recipes. My other son got me to discover them on YouTube. We tried a few, like doing banana cake on the in the pan, doing potato stuffed with sausage and cheese and stuff, because I will break the fast at 6 p.m. every evening. So I'll wake up in the morning and probably drink some hot chocolate or something just to get me going. Before 6, go into my serene space for an hour of my own meditation and everything before a prayer time. Prayer time was not necessarily together. We just did an audio. You just did an audio, you prayed, and then you shared whatever you were sharing. And it was so interesting, and I learned from all kinds of angles. I remember watching this vlog by was it a master Shen or a monk, right? And he was talking about the 5 hindrances to, oh my God, the 5 hindrances to self-awareness or stuff like that. So beautiful. Listening to it over and over again. I listened to this TEDx from Caroline Myss on choices and the effects of those choices. She was talking about 5 in particular. So beautiful. And sometimes I will share with my fellow pilgrim sister, share with another, I can call him a pilgrim too, that I'm not really fellow pilgrim, and share with another sister of mine too, who has become a fellow pilgrim. I've known her for quite a while, from secondary school, high school. We were there together, and university and that. So we kind of pilgrim together and meet up once in a while and everything, different stages of our lives. So that was it. Yeah, but my relationship with my mom has really, really, really improved, and that was the biggest surprise from this journey, because I knew it was already good as it was. So I had no expectations, I had no complaints, I had no nothing, but something tremendous happened, and I just love it, and I'm so grateful for the courage to take on that, and for the obedience, to the spirit. That was actually not really the courage. Yeah, with my sons, my children, because I have my sister who is like my daughter, right? So I have 4 kids. I'm really focusing on showing them by example what resilience is all about, and faith, and all of that, peace, love. Everything is really kind of outlined for me now. All the groups I left, right, I wouldn't go back into all of them, but well, if people understand, they don't understand, it's not my concern, right? So I'm just living my life. I mean, we all have for one life to live, so it is for each of us to make the most of it, the best of it, and tap into whatever we are tapping into, sometimes we try to be conventional, we try to conform, we try to, and then, well, we are miserable in the process, and our mental health takes a big hit, and we sometimes go seek for help, or we don't seek for help, or we self-medicate and all of those things. So for me, it was really all about that, right? And May is World Mental Health Awareness Month, and during Mental Health Awareness Week, I actually suffered, or I had an anxiety attack, which kind of kept me down for like 6 hours, and I had to really process it, and I had to, kind of like go through that, and and I was like, yeah, this is it. It is never complete until you close your eyes and you take in that last breath and you don't exhale, as Iyala would say. But we have to keep pushing, we have to keep pulling, we have to keep striving. We don't have to give up. We have to keep learning. You never stop learning. No matter what titles you have in life and all of those things, there will always be something you don't know and you need to learn. And the best way to learn is from a humble place with humility. Whether you are a PhD holder, you are whatsoever, you need to. And that's why I keep learning from both formal and informal school. And I continued. Yes, I'm working on my school research projects. And at the same time, I'm building myself up spiritually, to develop what we call spiritual muscles, because I know what lies ahead for me, and it keeps getting clearer and clearer. And you cannot just show up like that. You need to really get so prepared, and also prepared to withstand when the heat comes, when you start doing the work. Just like Iyala says, the very first episode of Fix My Life, she realized it was about her own story, her own journey with her last daughter, but the people in front of her were not her last daughter herself. So she had to keep a bold face while fixing or helping that woman to fix her relationship with her daughter, and vice versa. But she was saying, this is it, this is mine. And so her biggest therapy came in helping other people. And for me, it works like that. And it works too sometimes in reaching out to people, talking with people. I have a big sister. She's really like super support system, and we hold space for each other. And sometimes we just let each other be in their quiet space, but we know we are there. And those are the kind of relationships I'm looking forward to building now. So meaningful, and I really, really appreciate that. And so it was really a wonderful exercise. My father came around. He something, I really don't know what it was, but I went with the kids to visit him. And so you see the picture, that's my dad. And it's so beautiful, just having that relationship, loving each other as they are, no expectation, just appreciating what you have, and just loving yourself and being grateful for even being alive, for having your limbs, for having your hands, for having that breath to take on swimming and the exercise and all of those things. It was really such a beautiful journey for me. And yes, I got myself a dress. I wasn't looking forward to getting that dress, but my spirit said, come on, go for yourself, Dad. Come on. So I got it, and yes, it's the most expensive dress I have gotten for myself in several years. And I'm not going to tell you the price so you don't laugh at what I consider expensive, but that was it. And it's all flowery, roses and everything, so it's beautiful. And I have a friend. We had lunch together before I started the journey, and on the last day we went to the pool together, right? So those are all beautiful things, making moments, making memories out of moments, making every moment matter. And so preparing myself to come back to social media, especially Facebook. It can be a very toxic environment, and fortunately, after the 21 days, I had to use 7 days to declutter both my small wardrobe, but I still had to take up some things. I'm not somebody who loves to see a lot of things stuffed around me, and it's not also good for my mental health. And I don't want to see clothes hanging there, which I really hardly wear. No. And my number was 5 of each, so I think I had gotten above 5 of each, so I had to take away some stuff. And what happens usually is the things I love most, those are the things which go. And then, I had to declutter also on Facebook, so I had like almost Facebook friends, and the structure was to come down to 2,500, and I've come down to like 1,700 actually, so that even if I add 30, 50, I'm still going to be, I don't think that I need even that much. So it's okay. I have Facebook pages, I have YouTube channel, which is really what I have to build on for my practice, for everything. Instagram can send both to my page and to Twitter. I don't know who sees there, but I think I have to keep putting out information there for the time being. I have my WordPress, I have my blog. I've been on it for 8 years now. Wow. And it has had a view of over 50,000, whatever that means. I'm like, okay, wow. I'm now a mentor, honorary mentor and member of the Global Mental Health Care Network. This is so beautiful. I joined in 2018, and to see it grow this way and to see my role in there grow, I'm like, this is beautiful. Yeah, I was on break with my organization. I'm going to pick up again in June and see how it goes. And what else? Beautiful things. I don't think I'm going to take on a book project this year, maybe next year. I don't know. A lot of things is like, just live the present moment, make it the most beautiful moment, and tomorrow comes with its own, right? And the past is past, so there's no need dwelling on it and bitching and whining and bearing grudges and all of those things. It was just so beautiful to realize all of that. And some relationships actually transcended all of that during that journey. And because I was able to process a lot of stuff, and the past is just there for you to pick from, grow from, kind of capitalize on some lessons from some experiences. But I have no regrets with regards to my past at all. And there's nothing I would want to change. And it's just so wonderful. And so I'm excited, to move from here to see how it goes and to keep being me, authenticity important for me. And to me, vulnerability doesn't matter what people say, what they do with what they say, and all their reactions to my stuff. Nothing like that. I'm so many things in one, and I'm not stalling any one of them to be more of something else because somebody thinks so. So that's the kind of therapist I am, and that's the way I work. And my purpose in life is to inspire, motivate, and people from all walks of life with my personal experiences. So I don't hold back, and I'm not going to be holding back moving forward. That was not it. So I'm grateful for all of that. Just some things that I'm going to stop doing, but that's okay. You grow in life, and you stop doing some things and you start doing some other things, and then you change the way you do some things and all of those things. So that's what I wanted to share, and I didn't want to go above 20 minutes, so I'm at 17 now. That is it. So wow, you might want to subscribe to my channel, because this is where I'm really going to be doing things and sharing them, and yeah, you can contact me through IG, my website. The links are there in the description to this video. I'm so grateful for all angels on my path, for my fellow pilgrims, for my sons, each of them in a unique way, just so much of a blessing. And my sister, my daughter, I just love her growth. I really appreciate. It's not even been a year since I had her, and I'm just so amazed at the transformation, and I'm so proud of both of us. And yeah, to God.